Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Arthritis Podcast Network's #CRArthritis. So I'm Isabel Tritsky. I'm with Arthritis Consumer Experts. I'm also the program manager for the Global RA Network. And I'm happy to be here today with Miss Natasha Trehan. So thank you very much, Natasha, to be here with us today. And my first question to you would be to just talk about what your role is, who you are, and what is your involvement in rheumatology.
Thank you so much for having me. So my name is Natasha. I am 19 years old. I'm a second-year university student at the University of Ottawa studying biomedical sciences. And my role in rheumatology and how it kind of came to be was my own lived experience. I was diagnosed with juvenile idiopathic arthritis at the age of 13. So it's been 6 years now. And ever since then, I've had a lot of treatments and different things happening in my own personal care. And based on that, I kind of got inspired by the time I was 16 years old. I got joint injections at Sick Kids, and I was looking at how they were taking my saliva and taking my blood samples and what they were doing with it. And that really intrigued me to getting involved in research, because I was like, what are they doing with my samples and how are they helping kids with arthritis? Because I want to help kids with arthritis too. And based on that, I started getting involved in patient partner work. I became a patient partner for research projects with the Choice Research Lab. I am on the Arthritis Research Canada Patient Advisory Board, on the Pain Canada National Board. So it's been a lot of fun in terms of getting involved. And so I kind of play a lot of different hats in terms of rheumatology, and I'm also a science student.
And I think you're the founder of Take a Pain Check.
Yes, yeah? So I created a nonprofit organization called Take a Pain Check Foundation in 2021 to 2022, and now it started from a podcast. It became a nonprofit, and the goal is to empower youth to advocate for themselves. We connect each other with other youth so we don't feel alone. We have events, ambassador programs, initiatives that people can get involved. We are on TikTok and we make funny videos about arthritis and what it's like to live with arthritis. And so it's basically a community and platform that's international, led by young people living with arthritis and allies.
Wow, that's wonderful. And so you said you started that initiative?
I started in 2021.
Oh my God. So 2 years, 2 years, not even. Maybe. Okay, well, that's great. Kudos for that. So I know you're taking part in a workshop. The topic of the workshop is how to integrate evidence into interprofessional rheumatology practice, from clinical practice guidelines to shared decision making. What should patients retain from what you'll be talking about tomorrow?
So we really talk about shared decision making because it is something that a lot of us don't know about, and we don't know how much impact shared decision making can actually make into someone's healthcare journey. And so we talk a little bit about how healthcare professionals and patients should work together to make decisions based on patients' values and preferences using evidence in general. And so that's been very interesting to learn about for me personally. And so the key takeaways for patients are that you need to be able to have comfortable conversations about what you want and be confident enough to articulate what you want to your healthcare professional, so both of you can work together in making those decisions. And so I think something that patients should understand is that it's a two-way effort. So it's hard for us to have those conversations. It'll be hard for the doctor to guess what we need. And so it's important to be patient, to be able to articulate what you have to say, and, be curious, because I think that is really what gets you to make those conversations and decisions.
Yeah, self-management, knowing how to talk to your physician or different healthcare providers is very important in the field of arthritis and any healthcare disease or the subject anyway. So that leads me to the theme of this year's scientific meeting, that's Reconnect, Renew, and Reimagine. So I think it's linked to what we've been through those last 2-3 years with the pandemic. So I guess the work that you're doing through the foundation is tremendous towards uniting patients, healthcare providers, any players of the healthcare systems. So how do these people, organizations come together to improve the disease journey of a patient?
Yeah, so I think in two senses. The first thing is that I'm a part of the Choice Research Lab, which is where I got involved in the patient partner work that I do, leading to shared decision making. So with Dr. Caroline Toupin-Appley, we talk a lot about how patients should be involved in the decision making and how people can be comfortable doing that. So I think it kind of very much links towards the theme of the conference and talking about, how healthcare systems and healthcare professionals and patients can all work together to improve the lives of patients. And so in that sense, we provide an infographic at the end of our workshop that talks about the tools and resources that people can use to understand what shared decision making is and how to do it. And so in that sense, everyone's kind of coming together to make sure that the healthcare journey of patients are doing very well and they understand what they're doing for their own self. The second thing is Take a Pain Check Foundation, which we kind of talked about a little bit already. And so the way that healthcare professionals and patients can get involved and talk about, arthritis is being able to share it through social media content and all of that. So we all work together to create awareness and raise awareness by creating content. And I think in general, when we all work together, you can see that there is a lot of success in what we do and how we can reach more people that live with arthritis.
So I guess Take a Pen Check is everywhere on social media. And
yes.
Yeah.
I am very big on social media. Even at this conference, I've been recording and making TikTok summary videos of each day. And that's my plan, to share it with other people, because I think it's so important that they know that things like this happen. I think a lot of us don't know that, especially patients like me, we don't know that, meetings like this happen where rheumatologists and researchers come together to talk about innovations and upcoming research and things that are happening. So I always want to kind of bring back something to the followers. So even like this is amazing what we're doing today. And so we're on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. Just search up Take a Pain Check.
Great. I have a question from the audience.
Yes.
So this is a question for Natasha. Do you have any tips for kids living with arthritis on how to talk to their doctor about personal issues that they may not want their parents to know about?
So I think this is a very challenging question, because a lot of the time, especially in pediatrics, my doctor, my mom, and I are in the conversation in the clinic together. And so, once you kind of mentioned, okay, I don't want my parent there, then my parent's going to be like, why do you not want me there? Like, what is going on? What are you hiding from me? And so for me, I haven't had that personally, but I do think, like, if you have, for example, your doctor's email, maybe you can reach out to your doctor without having your parent there. But I haven't had to deal with that, but I see how it can be very challenging. And so being able to even ask, the front desk for someone, just like for your doctor's email, or having that maybe you can email your doctor without having your parent there. It's kind of, I see how it can be kind of like hard to tell your parents to leave the room, and then they're going to be like, oh, why can't I be here? And so hopefully that answers your question, and you can reach out to me on Take a Pain Check and we can talk about some ways that we can help out. But yeah, I think it's hard.
Yeah. I mean, in doing that, first step.
Yeah. So just, knowing that there are other ways to communicate with your doctor, and there are other resources out there too. So if you want to talk about, for example, like pregnancy or mental health, there are resources that a lot of organizations create to, inform you about that. So if that is some of the information that you want, but you just can't talk to your doctor, we can connect you to other resources that might help you.
Yeah, so basically, you're not alone.
That's
your message.
You're not alone. We're here to support you.
Are there any other insights, any other ideas, tools that you'd like to share with the viewers and the patients out there that would help improve, their disease journey or their condition.
So I created with the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, CBC, a documentary about friendship and chronic illness. And so I think that's a very cool resource if you are interested in checking it out. It actually had some of my friends and I, as well as a patient that I met through the Choice Research Lab, and we talked about friendship and chronic illness and how to make sure that your friends are also learning about your arthritis while you're learning about your arthritis. So we created an 8-minute documentary that you can find if you just Google it. So that's something that I want to share as a resource for anyone living with arthritis who's afraid to talk about it. My friends actually talk about how they felt when I told them that I had arthritis. And so I think that you can get a different perspective. On top of that, I have Take a Pain Check leads ambassador programs, so youth and adult ambassador programs, where if you want to talk to other people living with arthritis, create contests or create content relating to arthritis, we have a group of people that do that on our team. So if you're interested in getting involved, feel free to just DM us at takeapaincheck_ on Instagram. And then we have a lot of events. We had a t-shirt design fundraiser, and so we actually had everyone online design a hoodie, and the winner actually gets the hoodie to their door. And we bring that design to life related to arthritis. So the theme was strength in our community. And so there's a lot of different events that we had. We had like a makeup tutorial, arthritis friendly, to talk about, how to put on makeup products. And if your joints are hurting, what can you do? I also have a podcast, Take a Pain Check. So if you're interested in being a guest on the podcast and, talking about your journey with rheumatic disease, upcoming research, you can definitely submit a guest application form through my website. And then you can come on the podcast. You can find it on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all of that. And I feel like I could go on forever. There's just so much to talk
very
about.
Rich, very rich. Well, that's great. But that's the way to do it, to reach out to all these youth, these young people with arthritis. So that's great. I love what you do. So that's super exciting. Well, anything else you'd like to say? Any other questions from the viewers? No.
I just hope to continue to raise awareness and get as many people involved with my organization and my podcast. I've had a lot of people come to me and be like, I never knew that the patient thought this way, because the researcher was like, I didn't know that, this patient actually thinks like that, and patients think like that when they transition. And so a lot of the people that come on my podcast, really listening, they hear different things and new perspectives, and they're always learning something new. And it's just so rewarding to get people to actually, reach out to me and say, I actually want to get involved, or I want to do something, or can you help me with this? And recently I've been having a lot of calls with youth that, are diagnosed with arthritis across the world and don't have a support system. So, I'm trying to be their friend and talk to them about, what did I do to kind of get through that? And so I think that there's hope, there's so many resources out there, and I just want to share that I'm always here. If you need a friend, I can be your friend.
Right, and it's international. So,
it is.
So it's not only Canada.
It's not.
Well, great. That was super interesting to have you today, Natasha. So from Take a Pain Check. And so thank you for everybody to have been following us during this interview. And please be back at the Arthritis Podcast Network's #CRArthritis. We'll see you soon.